Hey, what's going on? Beer tubers, it's Eric back at you with yet another solo laptop filmed review. I had some technological issues that prevented me for pretty much the last month to really bring you any solo content. And I got to give a huge shout out to John, my partner in crime, who has assumed the role of editing and uploading and making sure things get out. And it's been, whatever. It is what it is. We're back in business. We've upgraded our camera, so we will be shooting in 1080p HD from here on out. This is recorded in 720p HD, so hopefully you're okay with that. But today, I wanted to give a massive shout out to a local follower of mine, Sam, who reached out to me and said, "Hey, my dad went to Tree House and picked up 24. Do you want a can?" Oh yeah, sure, man. So we met up at a local establishment and shot the shit, and I have a can of 24 to review. And this is the latest Curiosity series from Tree House Brewing Company. And I believe it is Citra and Columbus. So two hops that, at least one hop that I love, and another hop that you don't really see in a pale ale. This is clocking at 5.4% alcohol by volume. I've got another little special tidbit on the side here, and this was a homebrew. So this is kind of a two-part, and it's interesting because I just dry hopped it. Packaging is this, I think, tomorrow or Friday. So let's go ahead and dive into this beer. I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Sam. Go ahead and get the pour. The Curiosity series has been really, really good to me. Thanks to Joe for sending out most of those cans, aka all of them. I think we've had all but 21, and I think 23 is the other one I haven't had. But starting at like 17, we've had them. Anyways, this pours out haze for days. This is beautiful, like murky, turbid, typical treehouse, glowing orange, opaque. You can't really see through it. Big ass carbonation on this one. This one's got carb for days. Really, really nice to see that in the glass. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into the nose on the Curiosity 24. Oh yeah. Immediately I'm greeted with actually like a twinge of like caramel malt. I'm not even kidding you. Sweet malts, if you will. But more glowingly apparent than that, there's a ton of Citra. Like when I drink pseudo soup and I have all those Citra notes, those like really, really earthy, floral, dank Citra notes. This one is not even close to a juice bomb at all. I'm really searching here, and I poured this at just under 60 degrees. I mean, there's some faint hints of pineapple and some mango notes, some juicy character, but really I'm getting like this dank, earthy hoppiness, and the Columbus is coming through there too. It doesn't smell bad by any means, but it is definitely not one of the juice bombs per se that some of the Curiosity series have been. I would say this is more West Coast in style. There's just a real dank, earthy, hoppy, bitter quality coming through. Nonetheless, it's not a bad thing. Cheers. Thanks so much, Sam, for providing this can for review, and cheers. Wow. I've got to tell you, even Treehouse at its proverbial worst, or not as exciting, they still manage to nail certain aspects of their beers that really bring them above some of my favorites. And one of them, initially speaking off of this one, was just mouthfeel. Holy hell. Yeah, creamy, just like almost like a flaked oats or wheat presence, just really, really rolls across the tongue. Hardly bitter. Big juicy citron notes coming through in the taste. Some of that overripe pineapple, some of that really fleshy mango fruit that has maybe been sitting out in your fruit basket for a couple days. I'm not even joking there. A nice touch of dank character coming through. Um, just right on the bitter mouthfeel. It's great. It reminds me a little bit of my pseudo Sue experience back in the day when pseudo Sue was not brewed in Florida via Brew Hub. Look at that haze for days, man. Creamy, glowing orange. It's a little lighter, actually, not on camera. And a nice, persistent, tongue-covering bitterness. Just really kind of speaks to the palate. I can see if you've been drinking a lot of green or Julius or some of the crazier releases, Juice Machine, King Julius, Very Green, all those big double IPAs, Haze, that this may become a little bit underwhelming to you. But not having had those very often lately, this is really, really, really a delicious American pale ale. One in which that if they came up with a name for it and released it regularly, I'd be a very happy camper. This is basically Decora pseudo soup to me. Um, the Citra notes are just beautiful. The mouthfeel is on point. The bitterness is respectable. And yeah, this has just been absolutely banging. So thanks so much, Sam, for getting me this can. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears and rate this one finally a 95 out of 100. I think it's awesome. I think it kind of replaces the pseudo Sue in my life. But anyways, so in 2016, I kind of swore to a friend that I would be trying to do more home brewing, a coworker at least, and I did. And we brewed an IPA about 2.5 weeks ago. Not even, like 12 days ago. And it was, I guess, mimicked by the love of these New England IPAs. And it's, heavily hopped with Galaxy and Citra, splash of Amarillo making an appearance, some Columbus for bittering, some flaked oats and white wheat in the grist. And I just pulled off a sample because I was downstairs dry hopping. And adding the last dry hop edition, I believe we're packaging either late tomorrow night or Friday night. And yeah, this I just pulled off a sample for a reading. It's clocking in at about 7.2% alcohol by volume. It is turbid. It is hoof-hearted for days. Like, it's really, really murky. And this was a top sample, like right under the Kreuzen and hop matter. But I just thought it'd be really cool to kind of share with you that I'm trying to take my love of these New England beers and do something with them. This beer was the first time I had brewed in like 8 months pre-wedding or post-wedding, I should say. And I had to really, really like learn how to brew again. It's weird. Like you know how to do it, but God, it was the little things. I tell you, the little things always bite in the ass. But this one is heavily hopped. I'm not going to drink it. I just wanted to show you that I'm actually brewing again. And I'm really, really excited to share a couple pints with a couple friends here locally and maybe send out a couple keg-filled bottles and see what people think. But yeah, we're getting there in the color. The nose is really quite juicy. I'm pretty excited, pretty dank. And yeah, guys, thanks so much for joining me for another review and beer talk, if you will. And we will see you again very, very soon. Cheers.